Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And we are back with our hypnotherapist, I should say, Dr. Kevin Richardson. How are you, darling?
I am great. How are you doing, Jill?
I'm doing well. It's a pleasure to see you again here today on this beautiful
Likewise.
Monday morning. Early morning for you, 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock for us in New York. Where are you based out of again?
Desert Hot Springs, California.
Lucky you to be Kevin Richardson. Please say
Oh.
hello to your listeners today. We're also doing a live Zoom for those of you that don't know. That's why I can see how bright and cheery-eyed he is today. Looks like you got some good news. Did you get like really good sleep last night or something?
You know, I guess I did.
It shows you're glowing, or you got a facial.
Yes. My secret's out. That oil of Olay is wonderful.
I do use oil of Olay, by the way. I do. I get it from Costco. It's amazing. The Regenerous, the red can. So,
Yes.
say hello, introduce yourself, and then we'll get started with today's topics.
Good morning, all. My name's Dr. Kevin Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. 1 week new. Just kind of a baby doctor, I guess. A young doctor. I'm a hypnotherapist, and I look forward to helping people. And I practice all over the world through Zoom, and I'm able to do house calls to the local areas. Unfortunately, I can't go to other states. That's a little far to commute. But through Zoom, I can go anywhere in the world, and I look forward to helping folks. You can contact me at kevinrichardsontherapy.com, or you can call me at 760-902-2274. Again, that's 760-902-2274. And that's Pacific time. So 3 hours behind Eastern time, 2 hours behind Central time, and 1 hour behind Mountain time.
Great. Now, today, I think we want to discuss a little about the holidays and maybe who can benefit from a hypnotherapist. I'm sure a lot of us could.
I'm kind of biased. I think everybody could use a hypnotherapist. Want to talk a little bit about the holidays. In my other life as an occupational therapist, I work with a lot of the geriatric population, and that's been my specialty for many years. And I have found over the years that, Christmas is really for children and for families. And that's a time where people get together and they have lots of family, lots of friends, and they buy all these wonderful gifts for their kids, and everybody sits around and watches the kids open up the gifts, and it brings great joy watching the children's faces just light up at this time. Well, there are those who no longer have the family, where they're the last of their family. There are those who are infirmed and unable to go anywhere. There are those who have lost most of their family. And so Christmas time for some folks, while it's joyous and wonderful, it's also a very lonely time. Because Christmas emphasizes family. And it emphasizes bringing people together. And so there are those who are alone on Christmas. And there are those who have lost family members. It just struck me that we've now reached, with the COVID virus, we've reached a milestone of 800,000 people have passed away. And now in Kentucky and Illinois, we've had 40 tornadoes, I guess, over the weekend.
Wow, unbelievable, right?
Just unbelievable. And so for those folks, Christmas is really not on their radar. They're dealing with other issues. And so some of these other issues are dealing with grief and loss of property, loss of friends, loss of relatives. And so they have a different view of Christmas at this time. Instead of being joyous, it's reinforcing the isolation and reinforcing their aloneness. And so hypnotherapists can help. We are trained in how to help folks with grief and loss and sorrow. And through hypnosis, we're able to help people work through their grief and their loss and help people reestablish new traditions. And that's the joy of this, is helping folks establish new ways of celebrating however they celebrate the holidays, whether it be Christmas or Yom Kippur, Ramadan. It's helping folks identify new ways. There are some ways of establishing new traditions, and maybe one thought is, if folks have lost relatives during this period of time, set aside a time to where, as a family, you can gather and go through the old family photographs, reminisce, think about the wonderful times that you had with your family. Think about the wonderful times. Talk about the family traditions. Talk about the people that have gone before us. Bring their life back through conversation and through pictures, and establish a warm feeling through talking about the fun times. Talk about the times that they meant to you and what they meant to you. And maybe this is the time to talk about what each other means to one another. Tell everybody every day you love them. Every day. Every day. Let your family know that you love them. And because you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. But hypnotherapists can help you through visualization, through imagery, through different techniques, help you reduce the pain that is in grief. I kind of look at grief like a gift. It comes in a beautifully wrapped box, beautiful paper, beautiful bows. It's all wrapped up. And then you unwrap the gift, you open the box, you take the grief out of the box, work with it, and then put it back into the box, wrap the box back up, put it back up on the shelf. And then when you're ready to work with the gift again, bring it down and work with it again. Everybody goes through grief in different ways. Everybody goes through grief in their own way.
Yeah.
And everybody goes through grief at different times, different speeds, and they handle it in different ways. But I find, just by sitting down as a family and talking about how family members are important to you and sharing honest feelings about one another and how important they are in your lives, and just continue on with new traditions. Like I was saying, maybe sit down before Christmas dinner and pull out the pictures.
Yeah, that's always a good one. I love that. I love that. The old Polaroids.
The old Polaroids. Yay, Polaroids.
Yay.
The old black and whites. Sit down and look at them, go through them, identify the people in those pictures. And rather than going, oh my God, they're gone. Yeah, they're gone. But look at their life that they had and look at how they brought life to you and how they were important in your life and still important in your life. And by doing that, you're bringing honor and memory and you're honoring them. And then when you're done, put it away, then celebrate Christmas. And you're doing Christmas a favor because now you have a warm heart and you've shared your love with your family. And that's what Christmas is about, is sharing the love.
We did some Christmas cookie baking yesterday. I love that. Just my boys.
Oh.
But that was just me and the boys now. But the truth of the matter is sometimes the holidays, so you get I sit down at the table and then Aunt Nancy's talking to Uncle Joe about this and that, and then it becomes a little chaotic. It could get stressful at that table. As we know, we just had Thanksgiving. How do we stay positive and focus on the positive when there are some of those negative Debbie Downer Nancy's at the table? Let's be honest. I'd be like, Kevin, can you make me disappear? Can you hypnotize me enough to make me disappear? Okay, good.
I can make you forget.
That's where I'm going with this.
When we all have those folks in the family where it's like, just be quiet. You almost just want to take their washcloth and stick it in their mouth. We all have those friends and we all have those family members. And what you can do is you can establish a happy place in your mind, a safe place in your mind. And you take 3 deep breaths. And you just close your eyes for a couple of minutes and go to your favorite place. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is just close your eyes and then say, are you going to sleep? Nope. I'm just enjoying my happy place. And you go to your favorite place, the place that is your sanctuary, the place where life is beautiful, and you fill in the details. What color are the flowers? What color is the paint on the walls? What color is the carpet? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Are there any tastes, any flavors that come to your mind? And just construct your safe, happy place. And then when you're at the table, at the dining room table, and your family members are just going rah, 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 and they're talking politics, and you have one that's a Republican, you have another one that's a Democrat, and then you have one that's an independent, and then you've got one that's not anything. And they're all discussing the politics, and you're just sitting there in the middle of all this going, help. Take a deep breath. Take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe it out slowly. Close your eyes and then just go to your happy place and just go there and stay there for how long you need.
Okay.
And then you can go there for 10 seconds. You can go for the 20 seconds. You can go there for 40 seconds. And it helps to bring the blood pressure down. It helps to bring calmness and peace back. When you're going to your happy place, when you inhale calm and peace. Inhale that. Exhale tension. Exhale anxiety. And then it helps to bring you back to center. And then you can come back and you can go there as many times as you need through the dinner.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
So that's one way of surviving families. Families are a blessing and they're sometimes a curse. So sometimes establishing a happy place, a place where you can go. Also establish a time where maybe you can go into the bathroom and close the door and lock the door and be there for 10, 15 minutes and just relax, just chill. And no one's going to come knocking on the door for you. And that gives you a timeout. Take your time out. Give yourself an opportunity to time out. And you don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. All you do is just get up, go to the bathroom door, lock the door. And that's normal behavior. I mean, that's what we normally do when we go into the bathroom. We usually lock the door. And that gives you an opportunity just to be private. And you can go into your own self-hypnosis. You can count yourself into self-hypnosis. And how do you do that?
Yeah, tell us.
Well,
remind us. Remind me.
Well, girlfriend, just between you and I and no one else, you just take a deep breath, count backwards from 5 to 0. And as you're counting backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And when you get to 0, that always means deep sleep for the purposes of hypnosis only, and only with your own self-permission. And then envision or picture in your mind a beautiful place, whether it's a garden or your favorite room in the house, whether it's a place that you used to go to as a child that you loved to go to. Picture that. Bring up that picture. Fill in all the details. Fill it in with your favorite plants, your favorite flowers, your favorite trees. I know. Does New York have trees? I don't know.
Plenty. I live on Long Island, so yes, there's plenty of trees. Even in Central Park in the city, there's trees. But good point.
Yeah.
Good point. I get it. I get where we're going. Yep.
Yeah. So all the pictures I've seen of New York are just all these high rises and concrete. So
fair question.
Actually, I've been to Upper New York. So I've been to Corning, New York.
Got it. Okay.
And it's beautiful.
Plenty of trees.
Plenty of trees. You know, lots and lots of trees.
Yeah.
But just enable yourself to pull yourself away from the family and go into self-hypnosis. Count yourself in, do your own envisioning, vision what you want, envision the feelings that you want. When you breathe, inhale the feelings that you are looking for. If you're looking for peace, calm, and serenity, when you breathe in, think those words. Say those words to yourself gently and softly. You don't have to say it out loud. You can just say it to yourself. And then just close your eyes and just kind of just picture yourself floating away to your special place. And that is your own oasis. And that gives you an opportunity to separate yourself from the chaos of the holidays.
Good point.
You know, they're fun, they're laughing, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And that will give you an opportunity just to calm down, just to relax, just to refresh. Even if you're there for 10 minutes, you'll come out feeling refreshed like you've had an hour-long nap.
I'm loving this.
So
great advice, because I think everyone needs a hypnotherapist at this point. Talking about the holidays, you really have me sold on this, because it's like stressful for me. It's stressful for so many people, but it shouldn't have to be, and it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, and it is. And I think probably one of the more stressful things is going to the stores and trying to find Christmas gifts. And today, with all the shipping issues that are going on, the counters are bare.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to find things. And so a lot of people are going to shipping and going to online shopping. But it's okay to take a holiday from gift giving.
Mm-hmm.
What we did in my family is we just sent our Christmas letters out and said, sorry, guys, no gifts this year.
Yeah.
We're not sending out gifts this year. And just because of all the hassles with things being out of order,
I mean, and the whole warehouse went down and with the tornadoes and the hurricanes and all that. It's like, what? The whole Amazon shipping, it was in Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah. So that whole warehouse, major warehouse, astounding, a football size area, the White House of the warehouse was wiped out. So, so we just said, sorry, guys, no gifts. Yeah. We're just sending out Christmas cards, and that's all we're sending out.
Mm-hmm.
And the feedback that we've gotten from the other family is like, oh, thank God.
This takes a lot of burden off. That's why I became the gift card person. I'm just like, easy for me, order gift card online, Amazon ships to my house. I'm done. I can't stand the hustle and bustle. It makes me too anxious. I get too much anxiety. I've done all my shopping so far for my children online. It gives me anxiety to find a parking spot to handle impatient people and mean people in the parking lot. I just get anxious about those things. I do.
Yeah. I do too. I do too. And I find that if I have to go to the store, then before I even go into the store, I close my eyes and I go to my happy place and I center myself.
Okay.
Before even going into the store. Even going into grocery stores these days with all the shortages that we have and with the shipping issues that we have, so much of the stock is just not available. And so it's stressful. And so I find if you just do your own self-hypnosis before you go into the store, it makes life a lot better because then you're in a better mood.
Correct.
And you're able to kind of go, oh, she's having a bad day.
Yeah.
And you can just say, love you, God bless you. And you don't have to participate in it. And you separate yourself from it. And you can do that with self-hypnosis.
Awesome. I'm loving to learn. This is awesome because I think everyone needs a little dose of Kevin Richardson. By the way, we're not out of time yet, but how do we get in touch with you? Tell us.
Well, there's a couple of ways you can get in touch with me. My website is Kevin Richardson Therapy, all one word, .com. You can reach me through that. My website also identifies all 145 areas in which we work and all 145 areas that we can help. And my phone number is 760-902-2274. Again, the phone number is 760-902-2274. Now, don't everybody rush to the phone.
No, don't call now. Give me a few more minutes with us. We have 4 more minutes, guys. Don't call yet.
So give me a call. And so what happens after you call me? We talk for a few minutes. We kind of identify what are the issues that you're wanting to work on. Then we set up a time where we go on Zoom and we do a Zoom call. And then at the initial interview, we go through what the issues are that you want to work on. And then we do the hypnosis. So it's like a half hour of interview and kind of getting to know you a little bit. And then it's about a half hour of hypnosis on the first session. And then we establish what the routine, how many more sessions we're going to be doing. And we identify our approach to helping you with achieving your goals. So It's quite painless.
Mhm.
Actually, it's a lot of fun. My clients all tell me that you're just born to do this.
And just a reminder, he did have a fear of public speaking. You would never know. Amazing hypnotherapy helped cure him, and look where he is now. And I need to follow up on your patient, the one that she wasn't able to walk without fear. I mean, what's going on with her? Just a recap, if you don't mind.
She fell, hit her head, severe fear of falling, which is a syndrome. It's an actual syndrome. And it does happen to a lot of people, but it's also very debilitating. If it gets out of control, people won't even ever get out of bed. They will become bedbound, and they do it themselves. She was becoming bedbound. So we're on our 6th session. And last week, without me, the physical therapist, we were unable to schedule our time together. The physical therapist went and saw her and got her up and walked. And they walked about 20 feet.
Wow.
Which is absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Because before we started the hypnosis, she would not even sit on the edge of the bed. So it's helping her accomplish her goals. And it's helping her husband accomplish his goal of getting her out of bed.
Beautiful.
And so now she tells me she's getting out of bed in between sessions. I don't know if she is or not.
Mm-hmm.
But she tells me she is. And the physical therapist is sharing that it's easier for her to get out of bed than it was previously.
Wow.
She still gets a little anxious, but that's understandable. But it's not the sheer panic.
Yeah.
She's not having panic attacks.
Good.
So it does help folks. So if you have family members that have fear of falling, fears, phobias, we can help. And it really does make the quality of life so much better. And it makes the quality of life of the folks that love them so much better. So it is just so cool to watch. My biggest thrill in life is watching folks get better and watching folks achieve their goals.
Beautiful. Thank you for being that guy for us. Dr. Kevin Richardson, tell us how we can reach out to you, please.
Website, kevinrichardsontherapy.com. Phone number, 760-902-2274. 760-902-2274.
Perfect. Well, thank you for being here again, for enlightening us again, and congratulations. So it's officially only a week now?
Yeah, it's been about a week.
How does it? You got the business cards changed, right?
Not yet. We're working on it.
All right, good. Well, happy holidays, and we'll see you next week. And to all of our listeners, the same. Thank you for being here. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.